How's it going, everyone? It's your Captain Terrain with All Terrain Cleaning Solutions, LLC. Visit us online at allterrain.com for the supreme clean. You know our slogan, make that phone number ring if you would. Be so kind. Today here, we're taking care of another one of our faithful clients and neighbors, and we're out to do a house soft wash in this home here. So, of course, we're going to rinse all this porch area off right here. I'm going to need to move that. I always try to keep our before photos. I've already walked the property. I try to keep our before videos no more than 2 minutes or so. But let's just get a look at what we have here. We have this front part right here. And we have some decorative. This is actually decorative stone right here. And then you have a side, I mean not a siding, but a stucco home. And then of course around the fascia boards there, that's wood around there. And so today we have a lot of plants around, so what we're going to be using is our eco-friendly, all right, plant-based solution, and so it doesn't do any harm to any of the plants. But let's take a look under here. Under the eaves and overhangs, they don't look that bad at all. I mean, we do have a little bit of dirt here and there. I pointed out any areas where I've seen, like, okay, around the window frames, they have a little bit of dust and cobwebs and spider webs and of the sort. But this homeowner, she's very, very particular and meticulously has her home regularly cleaned. Right, let's move this up here too, so that way nothing gets on this. Let's move all these things right here. So move this stuff out the way. So when we do the soft wash, we come back and hang these things back up. But you see kind of right where it was, so that way these don't get all wet here. All right, let's move this out the way here. I need to cover up that ring too. So right now we're doing all of our property protection, making sure all the outlets and everything all covered up, as well as just getting a panoramic view. I'm already at 2 minutes, look at that. So anyhow, look at that, you can see up under there. Not a lot of cobwebs and stuff like that, but just, you know, slightly dirty here in this particular area. And if we look from this angle again, we'll shoot from right up here. We'll get all up underneath those overhangs, right? You see a little bit of, I don't know if you can see that, some little bit of cobwebs right here. We're gonna wash it, basically give this house a bubble bath. That's what we call it, right? And we look down this angle, we'll get all up under we go from all the way under the overhangs, all the way down, top to the bottom, wash everything out around the frames. Take a look right there. Let's go in the back right here. See if we can get something to hold this open. No, put it down a little bit further back down. Hold up. Maybe I had to hold it. Okay, there we go. So what we have here, take a look right here. Just walk around here. This area right here. Up, let me see up there, you can see a little bit of, I don't know if you can see, if I zoomed in, some mud cadavers right up underneath there. Some cobwebs up under here. So again, we get all of that, this whole substrate right here, the windows, treat all this right here, as well as this. Of course, we won't spray in that, we'll spray around that. Okay, take a look back here. We have an outlet, we have to be mindful of that. Of course, we're not gonna be spraying no water into there. And then under here, she has the overhang. I told her it should be fine. I'm just gonna get really close here and treat this. And like I said, we're using an eco-friendly solution. So to get all this all cleaned up, eats all the spider webs and cobwebs and things of that sort. Now this right here, I need to unplug this right here and shut that right there. See that? I need to unplug that or cover this up right there. So that way no water makes its way in there. So I'll make sure it's okay for me to do that. Turn this way here. Very nice backyard. And then up there on that top peak up there, there's a mud godiva, it looks like, or some type of nest up under there. We'll be treating all that whole exterior substrate, this back area, cleaning all of this. Again, you can see a little bit of chipping right there. It's already there. Take a look. Then this one, we'll be spraying all around this and getting all the, you know, you guys seen many of our cleans. So we're almost at 5 minutes. Let me see if I can get to the other angle. We'll come up from this angle here and we'll spray under the overhangs, and we'll, you know, soap all this all up, let the solution do its thing. And then the same with this area right here is pretty much the safest Right here, I could probably hit this with maybe a 1% because it's not very much stuff here. So maybe I'll just start with this. I'm waiting for something to get here, waiting for my wife to bring me something. So anyhow, that's pretty much the clean here. Let's go right back up to the front here. You can kind of see. We also want to get all right here. So when we touch up on this, we make sure it's very soft. We're not gonna, because you can kind of see the before damage paint splintering and peeling right here. Same thing around here. See the same thing. All right, so we always want to point that out. That's a good thing to look at everything. Look at you can kind of see if you get all up in here. So what a house wash does, it gets all this stuff clean. We're gonna get every area. We're not gonna miss any of it. And the same thing with the front of it right here. Get up under the overhangs. Look at all the spider webs and stuff down. I don't know if you can see all that here. Let me back out some. Right, and then all around here as well. And then you have like a little peak right there. We'll be treating that area as well. We could treat that, but that looks really clean. And I also see, again, see if I can see that. So the mud godiva right up